Okay, so today we're going to be doing like a little beginner's tutorial for Germany and Hearts of Iron 4. So this is going to be a 1939 start date. I'm basically showing you everything that happens. As of right now, I only have a few mods on. Changes a bit of the German focus tree. Does a little bit of differences in graphics and whatever. But nothing very different from vanilla. So what you want to do, basically they already have the visions all set up for you how I'd like to do it. So what you want to do is you want to select all these troops over here, all these ones on the Polish border over here, not these ones, these ones for now. Basically, if you're new to the game, this is what you would normally do. It's what I kind of do sometimes if I'm just not really, if I'm a bit too powerful for Poland. And so what you want to do is you kind of want to get this line, draw a line past this main river. Getting past this main river is going to be your goal, because this is going to be very hard to come across if they have all their troops stationed along you. It weakens your attack. And that's what I'm going to do for these forces. You want to bring these forces into the fold as well. Do not draw your line into Slovakia. Do not even call them into war. It's just going to be you versus the allies. Don't call Italy in or anything. This is just so they don't lose Africa immediately or lose themselves immediately. What I want to do now is get these units on the French border. Forget these guys. These guys are going to go to the Polish border. So get about roughly 30 divisions. Actually, I'd like to have 24. This is just so it seems a bit better for, you can add a general to it and just makes your defense a bit better. I'm put Rommel on it. He's one of the best in Hoyfart. So just have them stationed there. These guys, don't do anything with them just yet. These guys over here, these guys on your hand, you're going to make them into an army as well. 13 troops. You might want to grab a few of these guys actually. Basically, you're just going to have these guys just try to defend this little territory you have over here. So what you want to do, I'm not going to get anything in the research or anything. You can do what you want with that. What I want to do though, you here press this or just click Bulgaria. Bulgaria, the moment you started in 1939, they are willing to join your faction. That's a good thing to do, just so you have another ally for when the war comes up. I'm gonna set it to 5 speed. It's gonna go by very fast. Basically, for plane wise, I just like to kind of death stack some planes, set them on air superiority, close air support, and strategic bombing. It's just so you can bomb their factories so they can't produce much, and you can attack their troops while also holding the air for yourself. It goes to East and West Poland. These forces right now just kind of leave them grounded. They're going to be used for when we invade France. And yeah, so get this started. To give the game a few days for your troops to all move around, get into where they were told to go to. So yeah, we have these guys moving over here. When all that happens. Yeah. So basically, once all that's situated, which it seems like it has, we're just going to go ahead. You will already have a war goal against Poland. And just declare war, and just let your forces go in. We're going to get notifications about the war list. That's the mod I have on, nothing much. And yeah, basically just let your forces steamroll Poland. You don't really need to do any microing over there. See, these guys up here are going to hold, these guys are going to push. Your main goal is to get Danzig during this offensive. Because if Danzig holds, France is going to push troops into Poland, and it's going to make Poland very hard to conquer. Or, it's not going to make it hard to conquer, it's just going to make it more difficult than what it normally is. Yeah, see, here we go, we have one cavalry troop. So we just have some forces going to go kill them off. We'll manually tell them to do it, sometimes they'll just kill themselves. These guys up here seem a bit, underdefended, so we can kind of give these guys a little line to go across. Tell them to go for it, and yeah, we get to push out that pocket. Let's try to get to Warsaw. If we can get Warsaw, it'd be a great victory. Have these forces down here, try to get the cross out. If you want, use your light tanks, the Panzer divisions. They are very fast, so if you can break through in a line and just open land, use them while you can. It's a great way to sneak around and get all the victory points, try to kill Poland off very quickly. See how we're doing the air war. Apparently my game doesn't make it work. It seems like we're actually losing the air war, but that's fine. Okay, we just take the Warsaw. Let's start going a few troops. The circle is a great thing to do when you're at war with Poland. It just kind of makes it way easier. Basically, your invasion of Poland should be very easy to do. So you can see here, so far halfway in, they're almost going to die. 61,000 to 200,000 Polish so far. So yeah, this is basically what you would do normally. You had some troops on the French border. They're not going to want to push, even though they probably can steamroll over. Right? We have Poland done with. These troops, what I would do with them is send them to the Dutch, and I'll explain that in a little bit. When you get the partition in Poland with the Soviet Union, always accept. If you're new to the game, it makes it way easier. You survive a little while longer until you invade the Soviets. Now, if you want, you can try and refuse it, have your line moved up to where the Polish border is, and basically just try to hold them off, don't attack. But yeah, so basically we're just going to have def stack troops over here. This is another hard part, because the British will tend to land troops in here, because they will join the Allies once you declare war. What you want to do, if you want, I normally not do this, but where is it? You do it around Maginot. You get the war goals on the Dutch, the Belgians, and Luxembourg. And basically, once that's over, in about 10 days or whatever, basically we're going to have to steamroll through, keep these guys here. These 7, well, combine them with the other force, and we don't need cavalry. Have these guys go on guard the naval ports, so turn off coast guidelines, air bases, and forts, and basically select every province on your, on the Navy. Okay, and so basically this prevents the British or the French to ever navally invade you. When you get navally invaded, it's just very hard to control. Alright, next. So we have the war goal. We're just going to try to steamroll them. May not work out, but we'll give it a shot. Set your army to aggressive. I forgot to mention this. Once you select your army, click this little arrow button. It's normally on balance. I like to do aggressive because as Germany, you have 2.5 million manpower to start. You can just kind of refill that manpower as you go. Right? Our military factories are up to date. We have all the supplies we need. And basically, your goal is try to capture these ports as quick as possible. Capture the ports is way better. Italy declared war on Greece. Dutch have capitulated. A lot of news here. Okay, so Hungary wants to join. Let Hungary join. National Spain wants to join. Let them join. Try to get as many out as you can. Makes it better in the end. Next, put your troops on this border. Just kind of kill them off. If you have some French troops just standing by or whatever, or British, doesn't matter. Basically, now have your forces go on the Belgian border. Do not invade Luxembourg. It makes this way simpler, because once you invade Luxembourg, these two lines are going to connect, and then half your army is going to be attacking the Maginot, which you can never really punch through at the start of your Fourth War career. So just let them be for now. And so basically, do not draw an offensive line just yet. What I would do, take on that. That's just the mod I have in Neighbors CSA. They're not really that big of a deal. They'll just join the Allies, but. Basically, what you want to do, declare when you declare war on Belgium, hit space twice. So you play the game, then pause it, cook. They join the Allies. This makes it easier for an offensive line because normally you can draw it just there. However, when they join the Allies, I'd like to tend to draw it down to Paris because Paris is the main goal here. And typically, the French will just kind of stay on your German border. Just try to steamroll up here. Forgot to send planes out. There we go. We can send some planes out. Remember, air superiority, close air support, street bombing. That's what I like to do. Some people tend to do it differently, but that's just my opinion. Send some from France. That'll be fine. Alright, see if we can steamroll them over. The Belgians, I see that they usually give a pretty tough time, especially when you don't have any generals. I just have them all death stacked into one army. To make your army a bit better, you can have them set up as a like 24 each general, but that kind of takes too long. And once you get a breakthrough like this, just have your motorized or light tank because they're super fast. Try to assist them travels. Basically, let them just drive around. Never mind. Usually, the French won't be here in time, and I would just take down all throughout the coast. And we can invite El Salvador and Dominican Republic. It's lucky to invade America in the future, actually. Alright, Belgium's capitulated. Sometimes you might need to reclaim the line. Right here's something okay. So basically, just kind of let your troops go in on that. Don't use these troops on here. And maybe we can call Italy in now. Italy will be a great help. Nope, you don't want to join. Here, just call allies. Up, Italy joined. Alright. So, Italy joined the war. They're going to try to push down there. They might not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Alright, these forces are going pretty good. They're doing a good job. Africa. I typically don't help in Africa. I just sometimes don't have the resources like now. Once France falls, I'd send some troops to Africa. Right now, Italy has some, but I kind of let Africa go to the Allies. You can always reinvade them for Italy down in Tunisia or Libya. And basically, you want to let these guys punch through. Once they are punched through and you get breakthrough where there's no units, just kind of drive around and make it those here. Once these guys stop attacking, drive down, get around, and get to Paris. Paris is the main goal here. Oh yeah, we're on circle. We get circle and try to kill them off. Maybe let them starve for a little while. It makes it easier for them to die. Typically, sign a tripartite pact with Japan. Makes everything a bit easier. And during like this little time where it's just kind of like you just winning over and over, just try to like check out what everyone else is doing with their focuses. So right now, definitely really going on much. Right, the UK declared war on Yugoslavia. That's just another ally. They're typically kind of useful. I'm gonna give you a warning though. They will tend to they'll tend to have a civil war. It's up to you on what you want to do with them. The British will tend to navally invade here. I don't know why, they just kind of do. Up. Gibraltar has fallen, and we have taken Paris. Usually France falls, sometimes they don't, sometimes they got taken points. But around here, France should fall. And there we go. Game lags a bit. I just accidentally hit Germany conquer all. Sometimes I establish Vichy France, sometimes I don't. And what you want to do here is kind of mop up the British forces. It just gives you a few more casualties, and you just kind of want to make sure they don't go around and take out all your land. So what I would do now is get half this army to go with the defense, these guys up here that we stationed. Click on the thing to garrison them again, and go all throughout here. Go off right here, and just kind of let them guard your ports, just so England doesn't invade you again. Apparently National Spain gets all that. They shouldn't. It's fine. Okay, so that's basically how I would normally do it. So as you see, basically Axis controls all of this. I think we're getting navally invaded. Yeah. But yeah, so basically that's how I would do it. It's kind of just a way for like beginners to get used to the game. It kind of gives you a bit of a victory. Overall, Germany's taken 189 casualties, and they've lost 500,000. So, not that bad. Now, if you want to get into better, you can make everything into a general, just like down here, but usually I just got stacking when it comes to invading France and Poland. And yeah, so basically, that's going to wrap it up. This guy just died. Now, what I would suggest for you is to invade England. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to invade it. It's a bit of a risky move, especially if you're new, but if you want to go for it, go ahead. So here's what I would do. This is something I like to do. Get all of your airplanes, or a majority of them. Basically, put them in the French airports. I'll make up for it in a little bit. And get mainly these guys that you sent to Poland, get them over here as well. And what you want to do now is basically bomb like England in submission. That's what I like to do. It makes it easier for an invasion. But before you do that, because right now they probably most likely do not have cast set up. So just wait, because once you set your airplanes up, they'll set theirs up, and they will most likely win. Basically grab this navy right here. use this little, I don't know what it's called, but distribute them evenly, and you got multiple of them. I tend now primarily in the English Channel. Grab a couple of your airplanes, ones that'll actually work, and you want to do naval strike, and set them out in the English Channel. I'm gonna send out 2 of them. The rest of these guys, set on these guys, not really helpful. These guys, okay. So what you want to do this time is air superiority, close air support, treated bombing, and port strike. And what you want to do is you want to do them with most of your airplanes. Same with these guys. If you want, you can set them also up here with the priorities, do naval, and basically do it in the south, the middle, and north. And basically, if there's any British ships in port, they will most likely sink or need to be repaired. Okay? So basically, once that happens, I don't know why my screen's messing up, but yeah, we can see a bit of green around it. So basically, right now we're winning. I actually shouldn't have done that. God, I don't have my naval plan set up. But get around 5 to 4 divisions each. I don't know why this guy's still not dead. Basically 5 to 4 divisions around there. Sticking generals on them makes it better. What I like to do is do Plymouth, and do another one in a different part, and do Portsmouth. Now, sometimes this won't work, sometimes it will. In my test runs, it has worked, but we'll see. So just let them build up. Right now we're yellow, so kind of contested. We have air superiority, so they should be getting bombed out. These guys, 32 troops. What I like to do is set these guys up somewhere in France near the coast. This is so once you get up to about the middle of England or whatever, just set them up and go. Don't send all your troops in, otherwise they will starve out. You don't have enough ports for them. These guys, actually, they can go to Africa if we still hold it. No, we don't. Just set them on Romania. We could probably invade Romania. It's just what I'm doing after, you know, kind of have this like little period where you don't really invade anyone. Basically, just let these guys fill the bars up until they're all green. Still contested. We're winning battles. Set these guys on green to go. So once it is 35 days in, they'll go in.
Angetreten.
Once these guys are in their line, just delete the order for them, so they're just ready to go in once you can. That was a lot of British troops. 2477. How many do I have? 123. So they have just a bit less than mine. Okay, so now we're ready for the invasion. All I gotta do is win the channel, which we are not. So yeah, sometimes Britain will hold it. Okay, it's yellow. So now I suggest put more planes in there just to win the battles more. It's just so you can win this a bit easier. So once you get across that channel, everything gets a bit easier. I don't think we're going to be able to do it this time though. And there is no invasions over there. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to this time. Sometimes you can, sometimes you don't. Doesn't really matter, you can hold out for a while. But yeah, that's basically going to wrap it up here. That's just what I will normally do. If you have any suggestions for me, leave it in comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video.